welcome to the FBTV Weekly Highlights Show. First of all, we've got a mid-table Capital League 2 clash for you between Western Spirit and Oxley. Both sides looking to keep their finals aspirations alive here. Martin wins possession there for Oxley, has it taken away from him, and Western Spirit gain control once more. Out here for Stephen, puts his cross in, not what dealt with by the defender, and Lucas Klarjic is on hand to give Western Spirit a 1-0 lead in the first minutes. Unable to deal with it there was Dan Fuchs, and Johnny on the spot was Lucas Klarjic, able to tap into an empty net. So early ascendancy comes the home side's way. Cleared there by Mulvey. Dobinson loses possession. Here's Stephen again. On there for Johnson. What a fantastic strike from Jay Johnson from just outside the box. Stephen, again the provider. On for Johnson. Off the left foot. Diving effort from Mulvey, unable to save it. And Spirit skip out to a 2-0 lead. So good positive signs early on here for the home side, and this time it's Kitching. Just looks up, got a bit of time on the ball. Plays it into the defender, gets the rebound, and this time Zach Stephen, after 2 assists, puts himself onto the scorer's sheet. Well, Western Spirit well in control here. 3 goals inside the first 20 minutes. The latest coming from Zach Stephen. 3-0 Western Spirit over Oxley. Again, they're looking to run rampant here. Johnson, claims of handball, and it was given by referee Andrew Lindsay just outside the box. Let's take a second look at that. He did make contact with the hand, but surely Hines didn't make any deliberate play at it. Anyway, free kick's given. Played wide out there for Johnson. Almost got another call there, did the Spirit. Into the box there for Arena. This one's put up high in the direction of Kitching. Being patient here, Spirit, and trying to get some options up and running. They go out for their throw-in, though, in the end. Christensen. Out wide on the left wing there. And referee's whistle has been blown once more. Keeper Mulvey not happy with that decision. There'll be another free kick here to Western Spirit just outside the box, and looked like Andrew Stuckey there. And the Oxley coach coming over to have a chat to the referee. Obviously not happy with those 2 decisions that have gone against his side. Johnson, can he conjure up now? He can conjure up a pass there for Klarjic. Unable to add to his tally. Saved by Mulvey that time round. So Oxley with a bit of work to do, moving into the second half. And Tierney trying to contribute his effort in reducing the deficit for the visitors. Touched on by Klarjic. Now running through the middle is Johnson. Skies that one over the crossbar. Jarrett plays it back for his keeper in Fuller. Unconvincing clearance. Straight to Tierney. Now Jordan. Trying to dance around the defender. Jordan goes himself into the top left corner. And what a spectacular way to reduce the lead of the Western Spirit here from Will Jordan. Bamboozles the defender. And then a perfect finish into the top left corner that Jack Fuller can only watch on at. That might provide Oxley with some confidence, although it's the Spirit going away with it here. Johnson commits Mulvey deep off his line, and it's going to be the easiest of finishes here for Jay Johnson to bring up his second goal of the evening. Ball played here through for Johnson. Was deemed to be onside. First of all, able to beat Mulvey, then gets the better of Dan Hines in the second competition. Mulvey does his best to try and stop it there at the end. Unable to do so, and Spirit well and truly in control with 10 minutes remaining. Jonathan. Well, good save there from Fuller. And they clear away from danger to Western Spirit. Here's Johnson again, been influential in this match. Just gets caught up. Referee plays the advantage. Johnson remains on his feet. And was it Sanfuentes? Who just couldn't quite get that one under the crossbar. So into stoppage time now. Western Spirit on track to collect all 3 points, but Johnson may not have had the last of it here. And that is a hat-trick for Jay Johnson. In stoppage time, the 3 points well and truly ensured now. Well, an individual effort here from Jay Johnson. Pass one, then the second defender. And Mulvey diving to his right, unable to get a hand to it. So chance of a late consolation perhaps here for the visitors. Free kick, beats the wall. Not Fuller on the line though. And Fuller will just hold on to this for a moment longer. Sends it long. Another keeper, Mulvey, comes out of his area. Now there's danger for the Oxley Utd side. Going to be able to shut it down though. And that is full time. Western Spirit have come away convincing 5-1 winners against Oxley here at Kippen Park.
Tim, tell us a little bit about your junior football.
I started playing in under-9s for the Gap. Played a few years there until I went to high school at Marist Ashgrove, and I just played school soccer since I was probably under-13s till when I finished, 17, and then started playing my senior football at the good old Grange Thistle Soccer Club. Played a couple of years there. Followed a good player, Greg DeLosa, over to Lions and had a great season under John Syme. And I think it was the first year that they were allowed back into Football Brisbane competition. Following that, I headed over to Brisbane City. Played a couple of good years under Rod Brown, and then sort of tried to find a decent home until finally Leo called me up and invited me to come across to Mitchelton. So I came across here in 2012 and been playing for him pretty much ever since, bar one short stint for a few weeks across at Moreton Bay.
Tell us a little bit about Leo.
Leo is, well, what you see is what you get. He's pretty much just a little marching penguin. There's not much more to him other than that he's a great bloke, one of my closest friends, and has a really caring personality and will do anything for anybody.
And is that why he gets teams to play for him?
Yeah, Leo will be the first to admit he's not the most technical coach running around in the competition at the moment, but his man management skills is really what keeps a lot of the players happy, enjoying their football, and yeah, we'll bleed for him.
So your time at the club, has it been the best of your career?
Probably not my on-pitch performances. That I've probably played a couple of better years, but in terms of mateship, friends, connections, Mitchie's the place. It's awesome, second to none. Run by really positive thinking people who are very much so yes men and will go out of their way to help a lot of people.
You've got Tony Jorkis there as well, so this must be a hilarious club room to be inside.
If we could have a GoPro camera on Tony just for a game, I reckon you could probably fill the end of season presentation with Tony Jorkis quotes. He's just hilarious.
We will be organising that at some point.
Yeah, I think it'll be and give us a bit of entertainment.
And Leo to Sam to Leo. Tell us about that.
It was a bit of a shock to the system for some boys. I never had a problem with Sam. I quite enjoyed him. I think he liked me because of my physique. Kind of reminded him somewhat of Paul McCullough maybe. But yeah, jumping back into Leo in charge, I think a lot of the younger players really sort of relaxed, and Leo probably gets a little bit more out of the younger players than what Sam did.
And do you think that this club can go all the way? If not this season, in future years?
In future years, 100% yes. Leo and Roger both have a vision to try and really build the first team, the whole setup here, and they're definitely heading in the right direction.
Well, we've just seen Tim Lawson. Now we're about to see he and his Mitchelton side in action in this Flight Centre Premier League match from Lions Stadium. It's 1 versus 2, Lions versus Mitchelton. One there by Shepherd. Plays it down the left wing in search of Jumonde. Jumonde trying to make his way into the box, and eventually he does so, and he's able to beat Kevin Downs at the near post, and Lions have a 1-0 lead inside the first 8 minutes. Well, Sekou Jumonde likes to be known as Free, a signing in recent weeks after starting the year at Wolves. And that's a fantastic strike for his side to take the lead. Put forward here, dealt with by Reardon. Down the Jai, and Zabax. Get a touch in it, yes, in the opinion of the referee. Reardon on there for Cosgrove. Lions player upended. Play continues though. Mitchelton under pressure here. Morgan sneaks in, makes it 2-0. Well, Mitchelton guilty here of not being able to clear it out of their defence. Bit of confusion there in the back line. And Tim Morgan makes them pay. Lions 2-0 leaders. Takahashi for Butters. Butters threads one through here. And Kenyon steers that one wide though. Plenty of discussion in the Mitchelton back line at the moment. Shepherd out on that right wing. Chris Swain collects the yellow card from referee Jason Crowe. And yeah, Chris Swain just a mistimed tackle there. Mitchelton now with possession. Najai tried to put it in towards the far post, and Nathan Reardon, ever the protagonist, gives him a bit of a river. Najai takes things in good spirit. Jumonde gets the applause from his coach Warren Moon there on the bench, and now zeroes in towards goal. He's brought down, and it's a penalty here for the home side. Well, Jumonde, Shade sticks out his foot, hands up, but he readily admits he's at fault there. So here's Nathan Shepherd. He can't make it 3-0, saved by Downs. Kenyon hemmed in there. It will be a goal kick to Lions in the end. Shepherd, he guesses right, Kevin Downs. Probably didn't have as much on it as he would have liked, Shepherd. Willoughby. Through for Najai. Najai. High and wide, and again, gets a razzing from Nathan Reardon. Good byplay between Najai and Reardon out there at the moment. So midway through the second half, Lions have the 2-0 lead. In towards the penalty spot, and Downs at the last moment tips it over the bar. Take a second look at that. It's Kenyon who wins the aerial battle. Think it took a touch off Sarasol on the way through, which made it a little bit more difficult for Downs. So Nathan Shepherd over this free kick. 2 in the wall for Mitchelton. Almost able to make up for that earlier penalty miss. A wicked curve on it between the heads of the two players in the wall there for Mitchelton in Gripes and Mitchell. Joey Clebo back at Mitchelton after an absence of about 18 months or so. Mitchell tries to reduce the lead here of Lions in desperate last-ditch defence. So 7 minutes to play. Lions with a 2-goal lead here. Here's Butters. He's evaded the offside, and Michael Butters makes it 3-0, and Lions are home and hosed now. Kenyon, Butters well and truly onside there, able to exploit Shade, who had his hand up looking for the offside call. But the assistant well and truly got that one right, and Michael Butters with the one-on-one opportunity makes no mistake. So Lions look set to extend their advantage at the top of the Flight Centre Premier League table. Kenyon again here for Butters, and this time it's wide. Sarasol back there for Lawson. And Zabax collects the ball inside his 6-yard box and wants to get it away here quickly. Straight down Route 1. Here's Butters. Again one-on-one with Shade. Back for Kenyon. Butters up against Downs. And Butters is the victor in that one. Lions stretch it out to 4-0 in a dominant performance here at Lions Stadium. Kenyon and Butters combining once again. Unselfish work there from Brodie Kenyon to give it to Michael Butters for his second on the evening. I think we'll just have barely time for a restart here. Lawson looking for a consolation. Referee Jason Crowe blows the full-time whistle, and Lions have come away 4-0 winners in this 1 versus 2 clash. Well, results from the Flight Centre Premier League. Logan was 6-0 convincing winners against UQFC. Peninsula in a tight one over Roachdale. A goal fest where Holland Park prevailed over Capalaba. Albany Creek defeated near rivals North Pine 4-1. East were 2-0 winners over Ipswich Knights. And as we've just seen, Lions 4-0 over Mitchelton. Well, if it wasn't already, it is now Lions premiership to lose. 6 points on top with a game in hand as well. Behind them, it's a scrap for the remaining finals places, with everyone down to 9th place Albany Creek. Still a realistic chance of post-season action. The Flight Centre Premier League Club Championship table, Lions also lead that, while at the other end of the table, it's still up to UQFC and North Pine to dig themselves out of the mire. Capital won. It was a fight back from Moggle to claim a 3-all draw against Centenary Stormers. Grange Thistle got it done at the death against Pine Rivers. Mount Gravatt recorded their first victory of the season against Wolves. Southside Eagles won the top of the table clash against Souths. Bayside in another tight one away, while Brisbane Knights and North Star played out a 2-all draw. Southside Eagles win sees them claim top place, but it's tight at the top with just 4 points separating 2nd through 6th. With the season starting its climax, it's time to also focus at the other end of the table. Mount Gravatt helped their chances of survival with their first win on the weekend, while Wolves will hope to avoid successive relegation. Capital League 2, Western Spirit defeated Oxley. Acacia Ridge and Annerley had a scoreless draw. Pine Hills were winners away from home. The Gap were again big winners. Brisbane Force defeated Redcliffe PCYC, while New Farm won on Sunday afternoon. The Gap are in a league of their own, while Brisbane Force are the surprise packets as they potentially look to lift themselves back up the league hierarchy. A big gap for Redcliffe PCYC to cover at the bottom of the ladder, with Slacks Creek 2 also beginning to lose touch. Capital League 3 results, Westside and Narangba had a 3-all draw. Barden Latrobe defeated Maroondah. Virginia and Newmarket also a 3-all draw. Toowong were convincing winners against Ridge Hills. Tarragindi in a tight one against AC Carina, while Jim Boomba defeated Clairvaux. Virginia's draw ceded the advantage to Toowong in the premiership race, with Tarragindi keeping them honest for the promotion spots. It's looking a bridge too far for Ridge Hills to stay up, while Maroondah need points quickly to avoid immediate drop back to Capital 4. Speaking of Capital 4, Deception Bay won away from home. So too did Samford. Caboolture took the honours in the top of the table clash. Bethania defeated Logan Village. Logan Metro defeated Brighton Bulldogs. Kangaroo Point had a 4-2 win over Greenbank, while Springfield had the bye. After their top of the table win, Caboolture have the ascendancy over St George Willawong, but Samford and Bethania are lurking just behind those two should they falter. It's top 4 for the finals in Capital 4, so Deception Bay and Logan Metro will need to get a wriggle on if they're to feature in post-season action. Mount Franklin Women's Premier League, Capella defeated Peninsula. Top versus bottom was closer than what many expected. Mitchelton sneaking a 1-0 win. The Gap defeated Annerley. UQFC and Olympic played out a 2-2 draw. Pine Hills defeated South, while East were easy winners against Logan. Mitchelton continued to lead the way with their close neighbours Pine Hills moving into second. Peninsula and Annerley are favoured to claim the other final spots. There were 4 teams slated to make the drop to Capital League, and it's looking grim for Souths, UQFC and Toowong in that respect. So on FB Media TV next week, our feature game comes from the Mount Franklin Women's Premier League. It's round 15 action, with Logan Lightning hosting Annerley. On the highlight show, Flight Centre Premier League, round 15 Friday night clash between Mitchelton and Ipswich Knights. Then on Sunday, we're out to Perry Park, but not for an NPL game. It's the round 15 Capital League 3 clash between Barden Latrobe and AC Carina. Meanwhile, there'll be FC 11 Super Youth League highlights. It's the under 12 and under 13s clash between Capella and Logan.